We have a bay rum today, y'all, from Blackbird Farm and Apothecary.
It's a beautiful morning with the Barbershop Duet.
Hi, I'm Marcus Klinger with Klinger Vocal Studio.
And I'm Sarah Vincent with Sarah Vincent Virtual Pilates.
But on Wednesdays and Saturdays,
we are the Barbershop Duet.
Hey, y'all, come on in. Thank you for finding our little barbershop. And if you happen to be here during one of the live premieres, why, come on in the live chat on YouTube and join the Whiff Pack, an awesome group of folks from all over the world hanging out, and they'd love to meet you, too.
They would. And for our mention today, we wanted to show you these blades.
Y'all, for the next few weeks, we're going to be going through our blade collection. There are 8 different brands that we keep in our shave den. We have narrowed them down, and these are interesting. These are Gillette Silver Blues. I got them on Amazon, but you can get them everywhere. These are not for newbies. For the first 6 or 8 months of our journey, I thought Sloppy Badger was out of his mind. They always gave me weepers. I didn't know how to deal with them. And then suddenly, they were some of the best performing blades in our cabinet. I'm not sure why, except I got better. And these were there waiting for me. So, y'all, if you have had a similar experience, I am very curious. Put it in the comments. But if you love these as much as I do now, let me know that, too. And what is our soap today?
Our soap today is Bay Rum from Blackbird Farm and Apothecary. We got a box of 3 that the Smaldridge family sent us, and this is our last one to open.
Y'all, and I think this is our very first traditional Bay Rum.
Yeah.
Only took a year and a half and 500 episodes. Let's meet the soap. All right, y'all, so from the sales page at blackbird-farm-apothecary.com.
Experience our best-selling classic scent of Bay Rum. Timeless and undeniably masculine, this luxurious lather features captivating notes of rich Jamaican rum, aromatic bay leaf, and a hint of exotic Caribbean spice. Each shave is a journey, leaving your skin feeling refreshed and invigorated while enveloping you in a warm, nostalgic fragrance that lingers throughout the day. Perfect for the discerning gentleman who appreciates tradition and distinctive grooming experience.
Y'all, we are so impressed by what they've been doing at Blackbird Farm and Apothecary. Leather and tobacco and winter solstice. Who knows what mysteries and wonders might be hiding under the hood of this traditional classic. Let's unbox it. Y'all, we read this lovely letter from Tammy and Matthew on our tobacco and leather episode, if you want to go watch that. But thank you guys, and thank you to the Smaldridges for believing in our little show and sending these to us. Look at this.
Ooh,
y'all, I have never seen a label more reminiscent of the original Pirates of the Caribbean in my life. And you know, hold on. I spy with my little eye a couple of stickers! Y'all, they actually give you the stickers that are the soap labels, and they look amazing in our cabinet. I'm so excited to have these, and I'm so excited to have this. Are you ready for your first impression?
I'm excited to have a straight up Bay Rum.
Me too.
We've done ones with like little different spins on it or new things added in, but not just a straight up Bay Rum.
Right, even the one from Sterling we did was the Bay Laurel. So,
right.
Yo, I'm excited. Let's see what you get.
I might turn into a pirate. Let's see what happens.
Here's to hoping.
That's why I had to get our little friends out here, because clearly, you know. All right, all the way from Canada. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they're very smooth. Pour.
Beautiful.
Here we go. It's a long whiff.
What'd you get?
Okay, it's a different thing than I was expecting.
Yeah?
So a lot of the bay rums that we have, sometimes the bay leaf is something that I get more that comes out in my mind thinking bay rum.
Right.
This one has very different spices. So what we were reading was kind of more exotic, like it had Caribbean in front of it, had other things with it. So I think that those are playing a big part with how these are interacting.
Oh.
Like the rum side isn't as boozy, if that makes sense.
Right.
It's there, but it's the spices that are in it that really is like, oh, that's a different type of spice.
Right.
And I know a lot of times people ask if there's clove. Is there other stuff that are in this? I didn't notice that first. I know there's multiple spices in here, but they are strategically kind of interwoven in a different way. It's in the bay rum for sure category, but it is not the first bay rum my nose was assuming to get.
Oh, well, from my drinking days, I know that there's rum, there's dark rum, and then there's like spiced rum, which has a totally different sense to it. And I don't even know how to really describe it, except it kind of goes down into almost like pumpkin pie spices.
Yeah.
And it is amazing. Like, that was the rum that I preferred back in those days.
It's interesting to me because it's not a very sweet bay rum.
Ah.
So the different types of spices I'm getting are not the normal, like, cinnamony, nutmeggy things that my brain is assuming they're going to kind of be.
See, I would have thought that's where it starts.
No. I'm getting a little more rustic, like, on the pirate ship kind of vibe somehow.
What? Okay, wait.
I think it could almost be sort of woodsy. Like, it's a different spice. Whatever the Caribbean spice is,
right.
That's what makes me feel like I'm abroad or it's somewhere else. There's a different type of spice in here.
That's a view from abroad, folks.
It's interesting. I feel like I could be on a pirate ship and walking into, like, where they have their dried herbs hanging out in their little kitchenette or maybe their apothecary kind of thing.
The kitchenette on the pirate ship.
But you know what I mean? Like, I just see herbs hanging.
Yeah, like the galley where they're making all the food that she can eat, but the pirates can't. I've seen the movie.
Something about that is here.
Right.
Like, they're real herbs to me. Still exotic-y, but in that same category. Gotcha. So I can tell there's a bay leaf, but there are other things next to that I was not expecting.
Now, before I dive into this, where it comes to bay all the way to rum, where does this sit? Is it kind of in the middle?
You know, I don't know if I know rum enough to know where the rum's gone.
Right.
But I want to say it kind of teeters back and forth.
Oh, some movement to this one.
Yeah, there is. Like, if I want to smell for one, it takes me into the scent.
Right.
If I try to smell for the other one, it takes me, like, through the back door. But they're both there. They just keep moving, like kind of like you're on a boat.
Okay, I'm shook. I'm taking this in. Here we go. Let's see what we got here.
You get it now?
2 characters in this. One side is a really spicy, dirty pirate. I'm sure he swears. I'm sure his parrot swears. The other side is like a magistrate. It's almost like the cops and robbers version of pirates. It's like you've got the magistrate Jonathan Pryce on one side in a powdered wig in a beautiful sunlit oak courtroom. And the other side is the dirty pirate ship. Y'all. And then the longer you smell it, they kind of come together. It's the trial.
There you go. It's called bay rum.
Right.
But that's a different type of bay rum than I think my nose was expecting. I know it's bay rum, but what's different?
I didn't expect the creaminess. I didn't expect like a clean factor. I didn't expect there to be a bit of a soapiness to this in the best of ways. Like, I really do sense how this is part of a grooming experience, but part of a really natural and maybe geographical one. Like, I see a shaving mug on the sink in the West Indies somewhere on a bright sunny morning. I guess I didn't expect the clean factor. Like, I love how the beautiful spices are happening, but it doesn't go all the way to pumpkin pie spices for me because that other side is doing such a beautiful job of balancing it out. I don't even know if my first thought would be bay rum because my nose went right for those beautiful cleans first. Let me see if I can figure out what those are. Hold on.
It's funny because I went to more of the raw spices, so it's fun to have both our noses.
See, I'm getting more of like a sandalwood and just a tiny hint of a floral, a little bit of a sandy characteristic on one side. And then the other side is that traditional bay rum, the spices, the clove, the cologne on the pirate. Beautiful. But like I said, I think that in like 10 minutes, I'm not really going to be able to tell them apart because of how they're coming together to present this beautiful new personality of bay rum.
It has that rustic side, but then it has the clean side. You're so right.
And something in those tops that is just as alluring as when I smell an Aventus dupe is in here. Just something beautiful, but something slightly fruity and spicy, the same way that they wake up that pineapple in Aventus. Something's being awoken in the top notes of this. It's not a kraken. It's too light and beautiful. And it doesn't go so dark as tobacco. It doesn't go so dark as even some of the spiced rums I've sensed. This only goes about halfway down to the dark side, which is what I love because it keeps it friendly. The guy wearing this is going to take you out on a fishing adventure and then make you a crab boil after that.
So earlier you mentioned the scale of going like, how bay is it? How rum is it? Where would you put that?
Well, that's funny because the new scale for me is like the clean room and then it becomes the bay rum. But if you just look at the bay rum side, you know, I think we're a little heavier, slightly 51% on the rum side and 49% is the bay side.
So very close.
Beautiful.
Perfect name, clearly.
It's not a tavern. It's like the Pirate's Library. It's just beautiful and clean and dapper and put together. Whoa!
You know what's interesting? I think my brain was almost getting like when Old Spice was made. If you had to warm that up and put a little more rum in there.
Oh.
I feel like the way that this has given me like a time capsule, I feel like I'm shot back in time of what would have been around.
Right. You know, the balance of Old Spice is so legendary. They sing songs about it. This has. It's not exactly the same scent notes,
No.
but this has that same kind of a balance of a lot of beautiful cleans to discover, a lot of dirty spices to discover, some stuff in the tops that you're not even sure how it goes in there to discover.
Right?
That's here too. This is
But it does have that like subtly masculine, sort of after shavy, after spicy kind of thing in there.
And I love that it doesn't lose sight of the fact that it is a shave soap. You are going to get a beautiful, clean, masculine, soapy sense inside of the heart of this. And I love that too. Can we please go back and look at the scent notes? All right, y'all, back to the sales page at blackbird-farm-apothecary.com.
I think there's 3 we're working with. All right, here's the notes. Rich Jamaican rum.
Got it.
Aromatic bay leaf.
Got it.
Love these descriptions. And a hint of exotic Caribbean spice.
Well, there you go. There's the door. That could be anything. That's a wardrobe going to Narnia, y'all. I mean, who knows? But that's the clean side. That's the soapy side, too, I think, is that. Maybe there's spices that could go both ways, and some of them are going to the bay room, and some of them are going to that clean sense. But it's there for me. And y'all, you're going to see something a little bit different here today in the Barbershop Duet, because this is more of a milled soap. This is a harder soap. Generally, Blackbird would advise you to lather there in the tub, but we're going to scoop because we don't share brushes and bowls, and I do want you to see that even this wooden stick from Amazon will scoop out the soap beautifully. You don't need too much because of how dense it is. And I'm going to push this into the bottom of my AKA Brushworks custom bowl from Amelia and Gardner, and I am not using that much, y'all.
I think that's what it is. The Caribbean spice and the Jamaican rum. There's something that makes me really feel like I did take a boat somewhere foreign that I've never been before.
And y'all, the idea of making a lather is to push the soap into the ridges of the bowl so it presents a smooth surface to the brush. You don't want to be pulling chunks up out of your brush at the very beginning. So you just kind of want to grind that in with your finger until it's a uniform surface. Then we're going to hit that with some bougie water. 10 or 11 sprays. This is a thirsty formula.
A few moments later.
And then we're just going to let the water hang out at the bottom of the bowl and bring that brush into the soap. Now, just a little bit of water that we've used to bloom the soap is going to start drawing it onto the bristles of that brush. Go forwards, go backwards, push down, get a little backbone going on, and then, patented Barbershop Duet move, spin the brush in your hand about 25%. Give a new orientation to those bristles to take up the soap into the brush itself. And then why not spin it again? And then why not spin it again? You're going to notice a bunch more soap's going to jump up onto the brush, and just about the time we've only got about 10% left, that's when you want to go down to the water, grab it onto the bristles, and then take it to the face, the legs, or back to the bowl. And y'all look at this glorious.
Ooh, I am getting whiffed over here.
I know. This is really waking up.
I think out of the 3 that we've gotten from them so far, this is maybe the least sweet, I would say. There's still fun characteristics, and the depths are there. I can tell it's still a Blackbird Apothecary scent.
Right.
But there's something about it that's just a little more tame, a little more masculine about it.
Yes, but it keeps its whimsy. I have found that there are some soaps that stay super dry and absolutely not sweet. This does have sweet corners to it.
Does.
I was kind of scared. I didn't get enough soap out of the puck, but y'all,
Oh, boy.
y'all, from the very first lather I made with this stuff, I was impressed. This is something special. And I am happy to report this smells at least 30% better in the lather. It has spread out. Its nooks and crannies have risen to the surface. What are you getting now? This is different.
I almost get like an anise kind of vibe.
Right, and an amber.
Yes.
Is in there too. I don't think it's just these 3 scent notes, y'all. This is amazing.
Or there's something magic in that rum that's just waking some things up here.
All right, y'all. This is something you will only find here in the Barbershop Duet. This is the Bootstrap Bill Turner whiff. 1, 3, 1, 2. Whoa.
Oh, wow.
Y'all, look at my face. We have started a magic scale here at the Barbershop Duet. Not necessarily designed for those that have single scent notes, although those aren't entirely out of the running.
Right.
More about 4 or 5 scent notes that we know, but put together in a way that is so new and so outside the box that there is just magic in this. Y'all, this is our first 9 I think, where I am going, whoa, there is something giant jumping out at this that is not listed in those scent notes, that's using them to create this amazing new personality that I am just getting to know, but I can't get enough.
It's funny, it has that cool, like, character personality vibe.
Right.
Like, I know we talk about scents sometimes as being like a best friend scent or the main character scent. This is its own character.
And I love, this is a Robin Williams type character, y'all. This is a Mr. Bean type character. This is the kind of guy you just want to follow around for a
Right?
while.
Like, you want to get to know that character. There's something intriguing about them. You want to know how they tick, you know?
Right. Monty Python would wear this.
Ooh.
This is that kind of fun. And they'd walk silly. It feels like I'm stirring milk, y'all. And while we do love watching our shave and chat videos, we do not do shaving here in the Barbershop Duet. But we do realize you might want to see what it looks like when you put this lather on your face.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that coverage, y'all. Is that gorgeous? Would you like a
I
little
think
bit
I
of
would
this?
like to try
I
it.
don't
I
even
don't
think
wanna
I
waste
need to
this.
re-dip the ink pen. I think you got plenty there for you and your 3 best friends.
Aren't you glad you didn't shave yet today? You could use this. This padded slickness, you are protected.
I'm not even sure how a hard puck does this.
But it's magic. It's working.
This is one of the creamiest bases I've ever felt, y'all. Well, you know, I have it on good authority that they do keep the rum in the basement. Why don't we take this down a little bit deeper? I am keeping my flag in the fact there is a tiny, tiny amount of floral hiding in this just to balance it out, and it's glorious.
And that's why my brain got something like kind of prettier, sweeter, and then it got more of like a deeper anise kind of thing going on too.
I just didn't expect this to smell that dapper. It just reminds me of like Mayberry somehow.
Right? I feel like I need to be wearing a top hat or something. Like there is just a side to this that has that built in.
Yes, and the way that the Old Spice and the C4 do have a sense of soapiness inside them, so you know those are part of your morning clean ritual. That's in here too, but in an almost more formidable way.
Mm-hmm. And I know we've talked with our other Whiff Pack members about how we would love to request some splashes, because this is one I think you'd want as well.
Y'all, if you could hook that up at your earliest possible convenience, we'd be very grateful, because I would love to have this in a splash. And you know, I don't think that I would call this a bay rum on my first whiff. I think it's too good. I think there's too much going on. What would you call this?
Like, there's definitely bay, leaf, and rum in this. I don't want to take that away.
Right.
But there is something about the character of it that I just want to get to know. Like, I feel like the name needs to include that something.
It's the Admiral at the beginning of Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's Jonathan Pryce in the wig who goes, well, at least the boy has a sense of propriety. It's that guy.
It is. I know there's a pirate nearby, but I'm not getting the raunchy, like, patchouli kind of
No!
side.
That's another good way to describe this. Think of patchouli. You got it? Now, think of the opposite of patchouli.
It's still spice. but
That,
yeah.
right? Beautiful, light, woody, masculine. That's what this is. And not an aquatic, but something that reminds me of the beach.
I almost got, like, a saltiness in the air.
My favorite soaps have a giant tug of war in between them, and I love that this is a very spicy bay rum and a very clean, traditional, masculine soap.
Yep.
All at the same time. And it is. It's a shaving soap, so it's apropos.
And I feel like even if you have a bay rum, that this is a different side of a bay rum that you probably don't actually have
Right,
in your
the
deck.
clean side. This smells like ancient college libraries. This smells like that room in The Mummy where she knocked over all those bookcases. There's a ton going on here, y'all. So it's pretty easy, y'all. Just be the Little Mermaid who has traded her voice away to the Sea Witch for a pair of legs and a chance to meet Prince Eric, and then realizing you don't have a voice. There is no way you could ever communicate who you are or the fact that you already knew him, except that, wait a minute, you signed your name to the contract. You can read and write. Why don't you just write it down and get your own? So head over to blackbird-farm-apothecary.com, where you'll find this and all kinds of other cool stuff. Well, I've had my shave, y'all, with bay rum. Hey, Blackbird Farm and Apothecary. None of these were what we were expecting, and all of them are new favorites in our den. Thank you for thinking outside the box from beginning to end and giving me something bay rummy, but something cologne-y and something modern and something slightly soapy in the middle of it. And y'all, what a formula. If you are a tub loader, put it in the comments, because I'm having a ball with this in the bowl, and we'll be back for another one. Welcome to Messages.
So for our February giveaway, we wanted to give you a chance to get $20 gift card to Phoenix Artisan Accoutrement.
Yeah, y'all, and all you have to do to be eligible for this giveaway is send us an email here to WeSentYou@theBarbershopDuet.com. It's the only way we communicate about our giveaways, and then check back here on our first March episode to see if you are our lucky winner.
Best of luck. We should start a tally how many times we whiff a soap during an episode, because I feel like the ones that we really want to figure out, we keep like going back to.
I'm just getting to know this one. I was not expecting that beautiful, clean, soapy side. The soap's almost like kind of an old salty thing, you know, from PAA. It's just a Swedish bath soap, but it's so good that they make homages about it throughout the world. This has that exact same kind of spicy soap quality.
Yeah.
And then mixed with a bay rum. Y'all, you are just doing it right at Blackbird Farm and Apothecary. These soaps have been amazing.
I agree. So if there is other ones from their website that we should check out, there's a lot to pick from, y'all. So let us know and put it in the comments and we'll check this out.
We are taking requests, y'all.
I still can't get over that this is called just bay rum. This needs a fancier name. There's something too cool going on around here.
I might have called this a modern day bay rum. Because it has everything under the surface that's traditional, but that beautiful, clean, dapper side is a modern sense to me, and I love how they found the exact perfect puzzle pieces to put together.
It's funny because my brain goes to like, no, this is like an OG bay rum. Like this is from way back when you could have first brought those together.
Gotcha.
So it's funny.
Different noses, y'all. Put it in the comments which one of us is definitively correct. Do you know how awesome that soapy side has to be to work well with the bay rum side? Y'all, I can't get enough.
It's definitely magic. So thank you so much again to the Smaldridges who picked these out for us. I can't wait to see what else is there.
Thank you for being such phenomenal sommeliers and for believing in our little show and sending us these for free to review. We really appreciate it.
We do. Don't forget your next appointment with the Barbershop Duet.
You'll smell better just watching this.